Welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My guests this evening are Aaron and Laura from the Estuary. Guys, welcome. How are we?
We are well. How are you? Thank you for having us.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming down.
Of course.
We'll start with Laura. Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with the Estuary.
Sure. I've been with the Estuary for about 4 years now, and I am the Estuary dietitian and the director of nutritional wellness for the Meals on Wheels program. So as part of my job, I help seniors get signed up for our meals program. We have a form that needs to be completed, so I can assist people with signing up. We typically, these days, have been getting 3 to 5 new clients per week, so we've been very busy throughout the pandemic, and now with prices, I'm seeing an uptick of people signing up for Meals on Wheels as well. So as part of being the dietitian for the Estuary, I run the nutritional analysis on our meals. Even with Aaron, we collaborate together to make new meals, and I put them on the menu. The menus have to be approved by the state before they can be made and sent out to our clients. And I also provide nutrition education to all of our clients, mostly the congregational clients that they've come to know me over the past 4 years, and we have conversations about, on a monthly basis. Sometimes they'll come to me with their personal questions as well. But sometimes I just have a topic that I feel that they need to kind of get refreshed.
Okay. And Aaron, how about you? How long have you been with the Estuary?
Well, that was quite a bit, Laura.
It was.
Thank you.
It was.
Are you trying to cover everything in one fell swoop? Don't
I
forget
like
anything.
to talk.
Absolutely.
So I've been with the Estuary. This will be my 6th year coming up, and it was a blessing in disguise. I kind of got found. My background has been in kitchens and food since I was 15 when I got a job working at Friendly's as a shorter cook. It was my first thing. I was born and raised in Connecticut, so I went to a technical high school. I got into the culinary arts program, and I had a knack for it. And I ended up going to Johnson & Wales, and then I saw that I had a desire to do more than just what the kitchen can provide traditionally.
Okay.
So I ended up pursuing my degree in nutrition, and then when graduation came really, really quick, so I ended up just getting a job with a catering company and doing weddings, and then I got a job maintaining and being the director of a corporate catering account. And there was no fulfillment there for me. I really didn't feel validated in what I did every day. And I had my resume out on Indeed and on LinkedIn and all the places, and they found me.
Wow.
Somebody found my resume, and I got pulled in, and now I have one of the more fulfilling jobs I've ever had in my entire life. And it's been beneficial for both me and hopefully those that I serve as well. It's from working in fine dining and working in all these things, getting the oohs and the ahs are great, but knowing that I'm filling a belly is far more rewarding. So, and I couldn't have a better team surrounding me. So
Why
it's
we
great.
get along so well, because the nutritional aspect of providing food to people is what both of us are really passionate about.
Now let's talk about that for a little while, about the nutritional aspect of things and how you guys actually, what you guys tell. Like, obviously each client has different needs and different expectations.
For sure. So for the needs and expectations, COVID's thrown us all for a really big loop.
Oh yeah.
So we really had to adapt and work towards being able to provide the best services that we can to our clients. So we've implemented grab and go, which has been phenomenal. I think we're probably doing some of the bigger grab and go numbers, especially incorporating them into our congregate numbers, because we've recently been able to be reopened and welcome seniors and guests alike back into our facilities. And it's been great, both for the morale of our seniors and clients as well as staff. I mean, they're the lifeblood of our facility. So these past 2 years walking around, sure, I love the staff, but you get tired of seeing the same faces sometimes, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's been really nice to introduce new programming, and we've been doing renovation on the building in these closed down times, which has really been nice. So we've got a beautiful back patio. We redid our whole entire welcome desk center so that as soon as you come into the front building, you're greeted by a smiling face right there. So we've done a lot to try to make it more friendly and more accessible to our clientele.
It's more welcoming too.
Absolutely. I was going to say, last time I was there right before you guys closed, meeting with Stan. And from when Stan and Heather were here last time, they were telling me about some of the renovations, and it sounds really cool. So I'm going to have to definitely stop by and say hello.
Just being able to stand in the lobby and look out over the estuary now and really enjoy the view is worth just
I mean, the North Coast is gorgeous.
As well.
It is.
I didn't know to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't know what an estuary was until I got the job here, and I was able to educate myself on actually what the definition of an estuary was.
Right.
And now it's a privilege to be able to see, and if you're there early enough, which most of you guys aren't.
Right.
But if you're there early enough, you're able to see the sunrise every day. And it's it's gorgeous to come up over the North Cove, and now we've got a walking trail, and there's more yet to come. But and there's so much opportunity with the space that we have, even going into some of the things that don't necessarily coincide with our nutrition program.
Yeah,
they're also more outreach to the community. So we're doing these chef's table dinners.
Yeah.
So we've been able to do them in the past, and they've been pretty successful. But obviously with COVID, we've had to kind of suspend that for a while. So we're bringing those back. We're going to be doing our first one in May.
All right.
I believe that the tickets, more information will be available on our website, on our Facebook page, and in our Gazette. So the April Gazette should be coming out soon.
Okay.
And so look forward to dates on that. We've got a lot of upcoming things that we're looking to do. We're really excited about getting people back into the building, back involved, and getting our name out there. So a lot of these things we're doing are just trying to ingratiate ourselves into the community and provide the services that we so desperately need as evidence.
Absolutely. And God.
And it gives, having the chef table gives sort of an intimate group of people.
Right.
Most of them are friends, or acquaintances, and it really gives them, it lets them see a whole new side to, the food that we're able to produce at the estuary. It's not just the meals that we provide for our homebound.
Well, sure, yeah. I mean,
so it's more elevated and more elegant.
Correct, and not that there's anything lacking necessarily in what we do. Obviously,
not at all.
We operate within the parameters that are provided to us by the state, because again, we are partially funded
by senior resources. So we operate within the parameters that they give us. We have a certain, Laura and I both collaborate on it, and there's very strict parameters that we have. And it's also
both nutritional and cost. Food has only gone up.
Oh, absolutely.
Right now, the cost of food has only gone up.
Yeah.
So for us to still be able to provide the level of quality that we feel comfortable with providing, we rely on private donations. We rely on fundraising and grants and all of those things in and above the support that we get from
our costs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like you guys said, yes, food prices have gone up.
Skyrocketed.
Which is why
I sign the invoices every week.
I was going to say,
well,
I know. I do the ordering.
And it's also why we're seeing an increase in clients calling and saying, I've been doing so well all COVID on my own, but I just can't, with the increase of costs, I just can't make my ends meet anymore. So that's what we're there for. We're there to help people out.
Now, does your menu change as far as what's being offered in the dining room as compared to what's being offered through your meal delivery program?
No, it's the same, and
as well as our grab and go. So we strive. So our menus, and she can speak to this as well. So some of our clients have different levels of need.
Okay.
So some of our clients require, they just as long as they can get one hot meal that day, they can negotiate and handle the rest.
Gotcha.
We have some clients who want a lunch or who require a lunch and a dinner as well as weekend meals. So those are through our inventory that we prepare throughout the week. So as we're preparing meals,
right,
we're unilaterally also preparing meals to be able to get put into inventory so that we have frozen meals to supplement those additional meals that people require.
Gotcha.
So essentially, each meal that I design for our menu meets 1/3 of the daily needs per the U.S. guidelines for older adults. So we know that when we send out a meal, it's all portion controlled, and we know exactly how much we're sending so that it meets 1/3 of somebody's needs for calories, and especially for vitamin C, and for all the nutrients that keep people healthy and active.
Absolutely.
So as Aaron said, we have only one meal per day, but we do make more than we need each day so that we have frozen inventory. We send out a hot meal Monday through Friday, and if somebody needs a dinner or weekend meals, they go out frozen. So it's a maximum of 14 meals per week that each person can receive.
Wow. Very.
Yep. And our menu does change month to month. I pretty much have the meals on sort of a 6-week rotating basis.
Which we also,
and we do
seasonally.
We seasonally, change it up. So right now that it's almost spring, we're sort of reintroducing some salads, which we don't serve during the winter because it's too difficult to get those.
Absolutely.
And it's not cost efficient.
Yeah, it's cost prohibitive.
It's cost prohibitive. So, and we provide at least, we have fruit almost every single day. A few times per month we have some special desserts. People really look forward to our last Wednesday of every month because that's birthday cake. So everybody looks forward to that.
Cake.
Absolutely.
And we provide.
Sometimes you just gotta say, let them eat cake.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Even the diabetics.
Right.
So, and we also provide not only, canned fruits, but we also provide fresh fruit at least once a week as well. So apples, oranges, bananas, that kind of thing. And as far as the different needs of clients, again, as I said, our meals are portion controlled. So just despite the fact that we only have one meal going out per day, diabetics can have our meals because they know exactly what they're getting when it's portion controlled, and so they can choose how much of it they're going to eat. I get a lot of phone calls too for people who say I have to be on a lower sodium diet, but I've run the nutritional analysis before they go to the state to be approved, so all of our meals again meet 1/3 of the daily guidelines. So for sodium, that's less than 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So I can confidently tell people that, the kitchen does not use added salt. So we know that our meals, are in the right guideline for either diabetics or lower sodium needs, and for people maybe who need not too many calories. So. But all of the calories falling within the 1/3 guidelines as well.
Cool. Would you guys mind sticking around for another segment?
Hey, we're
Sure.
here.
All right, we'll be right back.
Pull my leg.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
And your words matter too.
Your words matter.
What you say in the hallways at school or in the student section at a game matters.
Words can be hurtful.
Words can be offensive.
Words can leave scars.
Words can also inspire,
Support and uplift.
You and your words.
Are they both important?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Community TV, your neighborhood TV.
Publicly funded and a reliable partner for cable companies nationwide. It provides transparent coverage of local and state government, education, and public programming.
A digital town green that can be watched anywhere, anytime, and on any device.
Watch us on today's high-tech distribution methods.
Community TV in Connecticut.
Local,
unfiltered,
reliable, and yours.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. Sitting here with the representatives from the Estuary. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
All right, so I understand we're going to open up this segment talking about fundraisers and special events. Which one do you want to start with?
Well, I think so. First, for fundraisers, we can start with the March for Meals.
Okay.
So if you, as you're out in your adventures, as you're shopping, if you're going to your local grocery stores, package stores, anything like that, I think they have the wheels. So
they may ask you if you'd like to donate to Meals on Wheels, and it's just a little wheel, and that's why we call it March for Meals.
Okay.
Every dollar goes to helping us offset the cost of food at our meals program.
Oh, cool.
And it's a great, as we said earlier, we fundraise so that we can meet our costs, especially the food costs.
Absolutely. Now, are the wheels available now?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
All throughout the month of March.
Okay.
And to my knowledge, in some locations, they are available year-round.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yep. So again, they're definitely at grocery stores, some package stores, but in the shoreline area, if anyone asks, local businesses, hardware stores, if anyone asks, then.
And you know what? If they don't see them, they should ask for them.
Exactly.
And if the store doesn't have it, maybe the store will then look into.
And then they can call
getting
Stan.
it, and they can call Stan at the Estuary,
absolutely,
or Heather, and I'm sure they would rush some wheels down there right away.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Any partnership with local areas can't hurt either of us, you know.
No, definitely not. And what other? Actually, one of the other things we didn't talk about is you guys changed your name recently.
We did.
You're now just the Estuary.
The Estuary. We've and again, Stan and Heather can talk to this better than
I was gonna say they were here recently.
Yeah, so I don't want to step on any of that, but
no.
I know that we've gone through some very laborious meetings and processes to get down to our new image we're looking for, but we are the Estuary. We are your Estuary. So. We felt that, at least I know I did as well during the process, that I feel like our location is so unique and that
also
it's hard to take that away from our identity.
The location is our identity, and also I think the name reflects who we are more strongly than it did in the past, because a lot of people don't realize that we have activities for those 50 and up.
Right.
And most people, in the past, they're like, no, that's a senior center. That's for old people.
Right.
But I mean, we have a gym, we have programming, we have classes, all of things that are coming back now. And so those are all open to people who are 50 and up. The meals program, however, is available to those who are 60 and up.
Ah, okay.
So there's a slight differentiation there. But the Estuary is definitely captures who we are.
Absolutely. And what are the hours of operation of the Estuary?
So we're open to the public 8 to 4.
Okay.
And
lunch is served from 12 to 12:30.
Correct. Grab and go typically happens from 11 to 11:30, so that we're able to get people cycled through.
Cycle.
As well.
And we're always looking for volunteers. The meals program would not exist without volunteers.
None of the programs that we have would exist without volunteers.
Exactly.
We have over 100.
Over 200.
Just 100 in our building alone, but overall, 200
over 200 volunteers within our programmings all across the board.
Oh man.
Between the thrift shop and the meals program and any of the other activities that we have,
we couldn't do a third of what we do.
Not at all.
Without the people that we have supporting us.
Absolutely. Laura, you just said the magic word.
What's
thrift shop. Thrift shop.
Thrift shop. The thrift shop, for those of you who don't know, just moved. And so
889 Boston Post Road.
889 Boston Post Road. There's soft opening this week.
Right.
So that they're going to get a feel for the new place. And then we're having a grand opening on April 13th, I believe.
13th.
So again, 889 Boston Post Road. The shop is beautiful. It's much larger than the old thrift shop, if anyone was familiar with it. So we're going to be able to offer much more. And the thrift shop really is sort of the Estuary's, it's our main source of income coming in. So we really,
aside from
being from our fundraising and our grants and everything else that we do.
It's a huge contribution.
So it really it's vital to our program.
Yeah, so new space, but with the same smiling faces that you're used to before.
Absolutely.
So we're really excited about it. I know Stan's been putting in a lot of work in there over there, and the ladies and volunteers that have been putting in all the work over there to really get it up to snuff and get it back up and running. So we're really excited.
Now we have, being on the Boston Post Road, we're going to have so much more traffic. I mean, in the past, if you didn't know that we even had a thrift shop, then it's not something you could see from the road. So.
Yeah, it kind of had to know, but now we're a little bit more ingratiated into the community.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are right downtown. You're right on Route 1.
Yep.
Right on Boston Post Road.
Yeah, it's a beautiful location.
We should have a lot more drop-in traffic.
I believe you're right across from Staples.
That's correct.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was the old building that it was in now, near Swag, or is it the old? I'm not familiar. Across from Staples.
Yeah, it's across from Staples and sort of on the same side as Job Lot.
Yep.
Correct.
I actually know exactly where you are. Yep. And so that again is a soft opening is this week?
Soft opening, so anybody can drop in and get familiar with it now. And then next month we'll have a big grand opening.
Ribbon cutting, the whole enchilada.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that should be exciting.
I'm sure everybody's all psyched up for that because it's going to be big and a bigger, beautiful, more beautiful space.
We've got mannequins in the windows getting dressed up currently, and the sign should be going up to announce
our new location.
And
it's fun watching Stan put mannequins together.
Always.
He truly wears all of the hats.
Of course he does.
He wears all of the hats. I walked into him today putting together a mannequin. I was like, hey, unhand her.
Yeah, exactly.
He parked one of the mannequins in a desk.
One of the spare offices.
In a spare office.
Yeah,
so we were all walking by going, wait.
Scared the crap out of me one morning.
I'm like, who's the new employee that we don't know about? They dressed it up. So, if you didn't know.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
Knowing Stan.
We got to have a little humor, a lot of good office humor.
Yeah, the office antics.
Oh, absolutely. Now, regarding the space for the thrift shop where you guys were in the Estuary building, was it a smaller space? So this where you guys are going now is much more of a bigger space?
It was a tremendously smaller space.
It's sort of the downstairs, so the ceilings are a little bit lower, and it was kind of damp because it was downstairs. So now we're moving into a much larger space with higher ceilings. It's more open. It's got windows.
And it was previously a retail space anyway, whereas the thrift shop that we had was never designed to be that.
Ah, gotcha.
So we're moving into more of a retail-focused, centered space. So it's far more applicable to the uses of what we're needing it for. So it gives us some opportunity to now re-envision what we can do with the space of the thrift shop that we have now. So that's still kind of
up in the air.
Kind of in the works.
Okay.
We're looking to reevaluate and see what we can do with that.
We've got ideas, but
Absolutely. So what else are we up to with the Estuary?
We've got a prom.
We've got a prom
coming up.
When?
So the prom is actually going to be June 4th.
Okay.
It's going to be Roaring 20s themed, is what we collectively kind of came up with. So we're going to come up with maybe some fun appetizers or a dessert or maybe a mock cocktail or something along those lines.
All right.
And we'll have music.
So dates, we'll have music and entertainment. And again, we have our beautiful new renovated patio area space and the back gazebo area. So it's the grounds have really improved. So we're looking forward to that. You can look at, again, our social media. So we're on Facebook. We have our website, which is yourestuary.org.
Yeah.
And you can check our Gazette more information for that should be coming out into the April Gazette. So,
Or better yet, stop in and ask us.
Absolutely.
even better.
Yeah.
Come by and see us.
I was going to say, you guys can, now if somebody wanted to stop by for lunch and as a walk-in, can you do that, or do you need reservations?
We prefer that you have a reservation.
Gotcha.
It makes it easier, especially in these types of times where we're trying to conserve food. So we don't want to overcook for people. We don't want to have a lot of food left over or run out for the people who have already signed up.
Right.
But if you want to come in, see us, fill out the paperwork to get into our program, then we love people to come on in and get involved.
Just like I mentioned earlier, that one of the things I do is help my seniors who are homebound fill out the paperwork. We pretty much have the same form that we have for our congregate members. So it takes 5 minutes. Sometimes I sit down with them. Sometimes people are like, just give me a pen and I'll fill it out myself.
Exactly.
But yeah, we do have a form that needs to be completed, and without the form, we wouldn't get reimbursed by Senior Resources.
Exactly.
So.
And we've got about 20 seconds left, so before we say goodnight, I want to thank you guys for coming down and hanging out with me for the next half hour, and hopefully you guys won't be a stranger, and hopefully you'll both come back soon.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
No, I really appreciate you guys having us on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's also just to get some FaceTime and let the people know what we're doing and that we're here and we're in your community.
Absolutely. And if people want to stop by and get more information.
220 Main Street.
You got it.
Old Sabre,
all
Connecticut.
the way in the back.
You got it.
860-388-1611.
Very good. And Lori and Aaron from the Estuary, thanks for some time, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah,
Thank you
we'll
so
be here.
much.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. On behalf of Lori and Aaron, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.